first of all, I think Alex's remarks were ill-advised, and he apologized for them. So I think he was wrong, and he obviously thinks he was wrong because he apologized for it. However, can we please stop the food fight already? I mean, this is really kind of beneath the offices that everybody holds here, to have this name-calling and bickering back and forth between the Senate President, the Speaker, and the Minority Leader of the Assembly. Can we bring some decorum to this? Can maybe they be invaded with the spirit of Christmas and be nice to each other? It's, for me, as a complete outside observer to this, it's disturbing to me to see people attacking each other in that way. It's really, it doesn't do anything to help the underlying problem. The underlying problem is we need to get people back to work. That's the stuff we're talking about here today. That's what the policies the Lieutenant Governor and I have been pursuing for the last 11 months are all about in this area. And so, the thing that disturbs me the most is that, I didn't like the comments that Alex made. They were wrong. He admitted they were wrong. And everybody, all of them, are now bickering with each other, clearly, like they're kids in a cafeteria. And so let's stop already. Stop playing politics with this. Because everybody's trying every day to look for a way they can angle political advantage. Here's the way you angle political advantage. Do the right thing. Do the right thing and stop grandstanding. And that's for everybody on both sides of that argument. As to the unemployment benefits, we have a task force that's looking at that. That's an outgrowth of the compromise we made this summer on the UI tax. I'll wait to see what the task force comes back with and what recommendations they make to be able to consider what context any reforms going forward should have to take. So I'd rather wait to see. I think we put together a good task force. Let's see what they have to say. And when they report back to me and report back to the legislature, then we'll consider their recommendations in the context of what the economic circumstances look at the time. We have to look at what the statute says on the extension of those benefits. They use very specific language in there. That's something the task force would look at, and certainly that the Commissioner of Labor will look at to advise me. So, but again, Kevin, I don't have any position on this at the moment. I want to see what happens going forward. Is the extension going to be passed at the federal level? We still don't know. The House still has to consider this, and there seems to be a fair amount of acrimony in the House about this entire compromise. So who knows whether it's going to happen or not going to happen. If it does, then the Commissioner of Labor will look at it and tell us what the options are. At the same time, you have a task force examining this to look at the long-term health of the UI fund and what steps we need to take to ensure the long-term health of the UI fund and how that impacts business in the state in terms of tax increases. So we have the mechanisms in place through the Labor Department and through this task force to be able to evaluate whatever actions Congress takes, and then they'll give me advice and we'll get together and make a decision.